What's up, YouTube? Chris here again. Today we are going to be replacing the ignition barrel lock. Technical term for it. Got the new one right here. New key and these things. If you look over here, you can see that these little wings that help you turn the key, they're broken off. And there's also a bunch of other stuff broken off. But that's how the truck was when my grandma got it. So today that's what we're going to be doing, is replacing this. So first I'm going to start by taking off the horn button. I use a 7mm. There's two little bolts here on the back. They're finger tight, so I don't even have to attach the socket to get them off. So those off. The other one. Remember to set your bolts where you know they are. So if you lose them, then you don't have them. Alright, there's the horn. That's what it looks like in there. Let's disconnect this. Pull out this foam insert. Okay. Then next, we're going to be removing the center bolt that holds the steering wheel on. Looks like, if I'm guessing, it's probably 13, 16. Aha. Oh, it's a tough one. Alright, I was advised to use a steering wheel puller. Yeah, probably gonna need it because I don't think it's gonna come off. Rented this at AutoZone. Give them 20 bucks. They give you the tool. You can either keep it and lose your 20 bucks, or you can take it back and they give you your money back. So we got this part. And then there comes with some washers for the bolts. Like that. And then you figure out which bolts out of the 3 sets fit your steering wheel. Looks like it's not those. There's a big standard size with big threads and a big diameter. And there's a metric size. I tried that one. Looks like it's metric, but looks like it's going to be a smaller one. Hopefully. Alright, found the right ones. So what you want to do is bottom this out by putting it to the bottom of this end, not the side with the bolt. Then you want to put these bolts through there, through a washer, and through there. This too. And then you're just going to thread them in a little ways. Washer. Uh-oh. Drop that. Try to get the bolts even, because you want this bolt in the middle to be pushing even force on the center of it. Alright. Then you're just going to get a ratchet or a socket. I'm going to use a socket. It looks like it's 5/8. You're just going to take it nice and slow. Turn the center bolt and the steering wheel will come out. Just like that. No banging, no prying. You're only prying on the parts that were designed for it. There you are. And you want to make sure you get this little piece through there, through the center, without breaking it. Okay. That's that. Thank you, AutoZone. That was easy. And I get my money back. Alright, now we have this little plastic guard. Let's see how that comes off. There's another tool that also said it could be used for this, but I'm gonna have to outsmart it with my hands and a screwdriver. Alright, you gotta push this plate down, and there's a little pin in here that has to be extracted. So hopefully I might have to use my foot. Oh, man, it's harder than I thought it was going to be. So let's see. How can I do this? Maybe both feet. I see. That looks like a good angle. Okay, I'm going to need another screwdriver. That might not be the right one. Shoot. My legs are getting tired. Okay, so what can I do here? Gotta outsmart what you're working with. Let's see. Got the bolt. If I put something around that, then it will only the tool that they have that bolts to this, it's only $15.99, but I don't got $15.99 today. Comes off pretty easy. So I wonder if this is the same size or not. Probably not. Doesn't even look close. Not even a match. Alright, so let me find some screwdrivers. Sometimes the right combination of screwdrivers could be the answer. Aha, a little flat blade. So I'm gonna try the feet trick again. All right, now give this another try. Maybe I should move this. There's a spring in there. Don't want to lose that. Just about got it. At least I know my leg power is enough to get it back, so I'm gonna be safe there. Got it. All right. Now, again, put your parts aside where you know where they're at so you don't lose them. All right, there's the retainer plate. This is for your horn. When you put it back on, you gotta make sure they line up. Okay. So now, is this little black plate right here. You got to take it off. It's the lever for the turn signal. When you put it back on, you got to make sure that you hold the turn signal up. Put it back. So there's one screw. You can leave the screw in there if you can. That way, in case they're different, you'll know what part went with what screw. Alright, and there's 3 more for this turn signal assembly. Well, that one stayed in. And that one stayed in. And this comes right out. Usually you would have to disconnect this hazard thing. It's just a Phillips screw, but since this column has been broken, that doesn't have to be a step in this one. So, pull this out, wiggle the wires, try not to break anything. Somebody told me when you're working on cars, you don't want to force it. If you have to force it, then don't do it because it might break. So, now you're going to have to pull this out. Let's see. Not sure exactly what that contact is for, but it looks like it's in the way of our bolt here that we need to get to. So we're just going to pull that out. It comes out pretty simple. And now we have our bolt. Looks like it is a T20 torque screw. So the key and the ignition turns, but the thing is it's really hard to turn since you don't have those wings on there. And one of the keys got bent. And my grandma couldn't turn it. It was really hard for her to turn. She even tried it with a pair of pliers. That's what bent the key. So, set the screw aside. Now the ignition should come right out. It does. Bam. There we go. See the difference? So, the new one is going in. 2 new keys. Alright. Make sure I have it turned the right way. Just like that. There we go. This is my doggy Paco. He always likes to be involved. So he's trying to get over here and find somewhere to sit and eat his chicken. There you go, Bub Bub. Isn't he cute? I think so. Okay. So, put the screw back. Make sure you have the ignition in the right spot on it. Otherwise the screw won't even go in. Okay. There we go. There's that. Now we're going to put our turn signal assembly back. That screw made it in. It didn't. That must not. There we go. Seems so difficult. Make sure everything functions right before you get it all tightly back together. So otherwise you get it back together and realize it didn't go right. And you're doing it all over again. All your screws are tight. Alright, turns. So now, it's this part. Got to make sure this little nub here goes into the right spot on the turn signal. Got to hold the turn signal up all the way. Just kind of put it in there. You can see the space where it goes into. That's in the middle. All right, I got it. I watched a video on this morning, and literally the guy says he's done like a couple hundred of them, and took him about 10-15 minutes. Yeah. Looks like seems to be working. And this one, I had to turn with two hands to get it started myself, so alright. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Oh, I did forget something. This thing. Alright. Well, it happens, like I said. Double check. Make sure you got everything the way it was before. So, get this stuff back off. Okay. I probably won't cut that out of the video. Everybody makes mistakes. You learn from them. Next time I do this, I'll remember that piece for sure. Nah. Be careful though, even though on video these look like they're bent and out of whack, I assure you that's how they came out, and they were working before. Maybe that's why. Take the key out. It's just one screw. There we go. Alright. So now that that's back in, I think that's just a sensor that makes the buzzer work. You know, when you put the key in, it goes, yeah. I think that's all that goes to. Okay. So, put the screws back. Once again. And then the turn signal part again. Let's see, it was easiest in the middle. And without the screw in. oil pressure gauge is bouncing up and down. Alright, we still have turn signal. Alright. Okay, so put our horn thing back on, and then this retainer plate. All these teeth in here, there's one missing. It's supposed to be like that. That has to correspond with the teeth on here. If you look right here, there's a bigger tooth. That's where that gap goes. So I'm going to put that on. And then I'm going to stand on it again. There we go. So, make sure I don't have any other parts that go under there. I have a feeling this is going to be way easier to get back on. Just as a precaution, I'm going to pinch this ring back together in case I stretch it out. Because I would hate to exert all this energy trying to hold this down with my feet again, and for the ring to just be stretched out. Right. Almost got it. Oh, not enough pressure. All right, here we go again. Oh, come on. Shoot. It is certainly hard. I don't even know if I'm bottoming it out enough to reach where it goes. Okay, here we go again. Come on, push. Woo. All right. Guys, this is tougher than it looks. I didn't get it. Whew, man. Alright, I'm gonna have to take a break. So, what's new? Been calling around looking for sponsors for the Ford Ranger project. Haven't gotten any callbacks, but I will still be doing more searching. So, had to change the spark plugs on the Ranger. Coming home the other night, and the check engine light came on, and my oil pressure gauge started going like this, so I thought, oh crap. So I go to AutoZone, get the tester, the little OBD2 reader. You plug it in, it reads your car, you take it back to them, and then they plug it into their computer, and it gives them a reading. one of the guys got me real good. He's like, oh, you have a cracked block. He actually had me thinking, like, wait a minute, you know, because I just changed the crankshaft, so maybe I effed something up. But he goes, no, I'm just joking. So turns out it was pretty simple. We just had misfire in cylinders 3 and 4. So we started with the spark plugs, reset the check engine light, and changed all the spark plugs, and haven't seen the check engine light since. So yeah, that was pretty good relief. But anyway, so let's see, man, this thing is, the spring is nearly nowhere near my size, but it's a tough little spring, man. I don't know if I'm even pushing it down far enough to get it in there. Oh man, that would really help. Gonna have to be smarter then. It looks like the whole shaft is pushing in. So I guess I'm gonna have to push this in and pull this out and then try and get that spring to go where I want it. That clip. So, oh man. Get my trusty channel locks. Channel locks. Man, I don't know if I got it. That doesn't look like it. Whew. I didn't get it. Alright, guys. I'm gonna have to rethink this one. That's a lot of play. Man. Right about now, that tool would be doing wonders. Just don't know that I have anything that's gonna outsmart this other than just determination. Just don't know. Alright, I'm gonna give it another go. Yep. Man, I just can't do it. I don't got the strength in my legs. Alright guys, we're gonna check back in a little while. Alright guys, so I went and rented a lock plate compressor. So hopefully this will make it easier. Alright, that's the right one. Let's make sure I got this on there. That's gonna matter. Everything's in, yeah. All right. Give this some closure. Put that bad boy on there. All right. goes over it. Then a lovely washer, and then a bolt. Now I don't have to use my legs. Let's take a wrench and turn it. Oh my gosh, this tool is a beautiful thing. See that ridge down there? That's what I was trying to get the ring on. This tool just makes it look easy. Although, I went to O'Reilly's and rented this tool, and the only news that sucks about it is if you don't have it, you basically have to buy it, and then you take it back, and then you get your money back. But you have to have 53 bucks. Well, it was 58 after taxes. And that's just to rent the tool. So if you don't have that money, that sucks. So hopefully anybody who runs into this, you can somehow come up with the money. Because bam, man, that was so much easier. Or if you have a, you know, a way to invent something like this, that's always doable. Just like that, man. I put so much effort into it with my legs, but just like that. That's that. So that almost concludes this one here. Alright guys, now we just where'd that wire go? Bucko, did you knock the wire out? Oh, man. Well, there's a spring that goes in here before the wire. Now I have to find the wire. Ah, found it. It's a little notch. Just like that. And then there's a hole for that to go through, right here. Alright, well that little thing goes through there too, so that makes it kind of dummy proof. You can't get the steering wheel in the wrong position, if there is a such thing. Go back with our bolt. Nope, that's not it. So what did I do with the one that is? Ah, found it. 13/16. Get it on there good and snug, because it was hard to get off before. Shorter extension versus more leverage. I don't think there's a torque spec, I didn't look it up, but judging on how hard it was to get off. There we go. We'll replace the styrofoam. This goes back on there. Make sure you got the wire out of the way of this. Horn here? Horn works.
Where's Paco?
All right.
Come here, buddy.
Alright guys, so I guess if you're going to do this, try and make sure you have this tool or some way to get that back on there. Now the battery's dead, but I will turn the key, show you that it works. Still got turn signals, still got horn. And now Grandma can turn the key. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you like this, please like it. And if you have any comments on it or questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be indebted to you. Thank you, and see you later. Bye.